Well, good morning. Today is Wednesday. This video is coming to you live. This is July 9th. I always like to let people know that these are live videos. These are not pre-recorded. My name is Daniel McCrane with McCrane Associates, and small business owners choose to work with us to increase their profitability, expand their scalability, and solidify their legacy because we guarantee our work in those areas. So today, let's talk about another opportunity for growth in your business, a way that you can increase the value of it, make it more profitable, make it more valuable to someone who is ready to purchase it from you when that day comes down the road, whenever that ends up being, sooner or later, it doesn't really matter. So I've talked in the past about how you could acquire another company as a way to grow your business. You could look for another product line, another service offering. You could look at acquiring your vendor or supplier. You could look at somebody downstream, one of your distributors. You could acquire them too. Different ways that you could grow your business through acquisition. Well, here's a little bit of a twist on growing your business. It's not quite an acquisition, but it's something very similar. And that's through this idea of some strategic licensing or potentially even franchising as a way to grow your business. So potentially what you could do is you could look around, you could look out there, you could see if there is someone who has some intellectual property, uh, has some kind of a service or something else, maybe even a product that you could bring into your store that you could offer through a licensing deal. So you could sell whatever this is, product or service, and you could pay some royalties or something to that person. This is a great way to expand your business. It's actually something I've done in my business. I have licensed the tax strategy that I use with my clients, and honestly, it accounts for a very large portion of the revenue and income for my business. So by strategically licensing something, you can resell it, sort of a white label idea. You can license it and sell it under your brand name through your distribution channels, and then you just pay a little bit of a royalty to the person that you're licensing from. So that's something you could look into doing. Find something that's complementary that goes along with what you're already doing, strike that agreement for that white label setup. That's really what we're talking about. And then you could sell that product or service that way. Something that's related but slightly different would be the idea of franchising. So, how could you add something onto your business? And there are different types of franchise models out there. The most common ones are fast food industry, right? Just look at the entire fast food industry, and you can see all kinds of franchises there. There are other types of franchises, though, that you could get into where you become almost like a dealer or a broker, where you're offering these products or services through your business. The company still retains their name and their product, but you become a distributor through a franchising agreement. And so that's something that could be done too. The marketing costs get split that way a little bit between you and the franchisor. You get a chance to resell product. You have to purchase it from them at probably some kind of a wholesale cost, but then you get to redistribute. So I'm working with another client where we've done something like this. They offer a service that's very specific, and in doing so, there are some add-ons that the client might like to have to go along with the service that my client is presenting. And so what they've done is they've struck a franchising agreement with another company who provides products for the same asset that the client owns. And so we can bring their product and we can install it in the same location while we're doing the same work to enhance the effectiveness and the desirability of the asset, without getting into too many details there. So anyway, if that's kind of hard to follow, but if you could find some kind of a product or a service that you could franchise. Maybe it's not a white label and the licensing like I was talking about. Maybe the franchisor still retains their name, but you can offer that to some other people. In fact, I'm just thinking now, another service that I offer, the financing platform that I use to help business owners is more of a franchise arrangement than a licensing arrangement. So these are some ways that I've expanded my own business as well. You have to watch out; it kind of becomes addictive after you add something like this, and then you start getting more money. Then you want to add more strategic licensing and franchising. But anyway, so there's some ideas for you to look around, see what you could come up with for your business. And with that, I got to stop here because I've already started to go a little longer than I wanted to. So with that, everyone, have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.